Believe it or not, I really do know how to make a professional looking gift basket. And I want to show you some of the tricks of how I make these baskets, and it all starts in just a few seconds. So you're probably wondering, what got her started making gift baskets? And well, you know what they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And I remember it was over 20 years ago. I was a single mom. I had a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I was invited to this kind of lavish birthday party. And to say that I was on a budget, man, was I ever on a budget. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make up a gift basket. And I started putting everything together. And by the time it was finished, I was so proud of myself, and I handed over the gift with so much pride, and yet very little money went into it. And I thought to myself, I'm on to something. I'm going to make these for babies and Christmas and give them away for auctions and that to some of my favorite charities. And let's see how we get started on this. Well, number one, you got to go to the craft store.
All right, so if you're in a craft store, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of baskets that you can choose from. Check out these festive ones. And here's a bunch more. And remember, you don't have to use an actual wicker basket. You could also use a container too to make your gift. Okay, so there's bows that you can make by buying some ribbon. And then there are bows that are already made for you.
All right, so I'm back home now, and let me show you what I picked up. I picked up a beautiful metal. I decided not to go for wicker. I decided to go for metal tin there, which is also a keepsake. If you wanted to do something smaller, you could do something in a metal tin smaller like that. I did get a little bit of, I call it straw, it's crinkly paper there. And of course, because this time I'm going to make a festive basket, I've got some little, I don't know what they're called, some little decorations there that I'm going to use. Ribbon, I'm going to show you how to make a bow, which will be great. And this is called curling ribbon. And again, these items you can get at most craft stores. Just ask the people for them and they'll find them for you. Bamboo sticks. What you using with bamboo sticks? I'll show you that in a minute. Also, shipping tape, and this is a shipping gun here. So, what am I going to do with that? What else do I have here? Oh, and of course, now I have found some cello. And this is actually a bag, which makes things a lot easier. But if you were just buying the rolls of cello, just kind of wrap it like you would a Christmas present. Start from the bottom, wrap it up and down, and then tape it. And that's really the best way to do it if you are using the rolls of cello there. And the nice thing about all of these items that I have is they are not perishable in any way. You can keep them for a long time. You can say, geez, I gotta go to that baby shower, and you might end up making a beautiful basket like this one that I made. And if you didn't want to put maybe some of the expensive items like the teddy bear, you could just fill it up with all kinds of baby items in there. I also throw in some chocolate truffles and some salty peanuts and pretzels for the father, and some cookies and that sort of thing in there as well. Not just for the baby, also for the parents too. So this is what we're doing. Oh, and you're probably wondering, well, how come she stuffed that? Well, I just stuffed it with some craft paper. Again, if you wanted to use maybe the back side of Christmas paper, you could probably stuff it with that if you can't find the craft paper. But you don't want to just throw all of the items into the basket because they'll just drop to the bottom. So you need to have a little bit of a firm foundation. Now, let's get the food for this basket. So let's talk about the food that goes into this basket. Now, even if maybe you've been invited to a party and you think, I'm gonna make this basket up, but I know that she doesn't like to eat sweets or something along those lines, it's okay, because this is the festive season, or even if it's not the festive season, it's the time where anybody can kind of use some crackers. If they have friends coming over, they'll probably appreciate having some cookies. So, you know, it's really to think about the people, but also maybe guests and people that they might have coming over. And again, this works for thank yous, this works for birthdays, anniversaries, all of that. So let's look at what we have for this basket. I have to start off with a large item in the back, and a lot of times we're saying thank you to somebody, so although this says merci, it's a very, very nice, I think you probably have seen this on TV advertised, very nice assortment of wafer chocolates, and that's going to go just quite lovely inside that basket there. The other thing that I want to do is I want to have a little bit of a mixture of some salty, so I've put in some savory sesame water crackers, and always check the best before dates on all of these. The good thing is most of these items are going to last 6 months if you're buying them from a store, so you're going to be pretty okay with it. But maybe you just got a batch of chocolates that has been around for a while. Check the dates. Almost everything these days have a date. And talking about chocolate, Ferrero Rochers, you can't go wrong with those. I also have some truffles. What's Christmas without shortbread cookies? And caramel. Love, love, love caramel. And then there's also a box of cookies. So if I exclude all of the things that I really already have on hand around the house, and you know, not include a lot of the leftovers that I'm going to have, I'm making this basket for maybe around $50. These items, like these little chocolates here, they're about $1 a piece, so they're very, very inexpensive. So that's the kind of giving you a budget of what you're going to spend, and yet it looks like, when I finish with this, you're going to say, oh my gosh, that looks like a $100 basket. All right, let's look at a little bit of food here, and let's put this baby together. First thing I want to do is take this lovely decoration, fluff it up a little bit, and just poke it in there. And this is when the shipping tape comes in handy. I'm going to tie that down so that it doesn't move away from there. That's going to look absolutely lovely. You'll notice also with the craft paper, there's a little bit on a roll in the back here, and that's going to come in handy for what I'm doing right now, and that is using the bamboo stick. I'm going to just put that there, and I'm just going to hold it up so Bill can maybe see that, and tape that in there. Now the chocolates, the Merci chocolates, are going to go in the gap there so that they're not flying all over the place. And let's just do them like this. And, oh sorry, I gotta get it down a bit more. Else it's gonna flop around. All right, turn it around, and now you're gonna see why I've got the bamboo stick there. The bamboo stick is gonna hold that right in place. Pretty awesome, huh? And next we're going to do a couple more bamboos. Let's do one here. I have to give it a little bit of a stab because you want to make sure it gets down there. Okay, and just like what I did before, I'm going to take these in place. Usually I've got it facing me, so this is a little bit, and I have literally done hundreds of gift baskets. They're fantastic for giving to let's say there's a golf tournament for a charity and they're looking for door prizes. People love them for that. Also, you know, secret kind of, if there's a gala and there's those silent auctions, I like to give things away, and they get bid on pretty well. So that's another nice thing if you want to do that for the world out there. And you can see, I'm just actually taping these like I did to the other one, to the back of the bamboo sticks. Now you're like, ah, they look weird. Another little piece of tape, and yes, okay, there's some tape, but when people start digging into these things, they really, really enjoy them. They don't mind the tape. All right, so how's it looking so far? I think it's looking pretty good. Let's bring these cookies in, and these are ladyfinger cookies. And what I want to try to do is make everything kind of fit. Do you see how that works there? Again with the tape. Just going to do a little tape like that, and that way it doesn't move around. It's all in the presentation. Werther's. Oh, Werther's. Everybody's going to love that one. Let's put that in there. How's it looking, Bill? It's difficult to make a basket without really seeing the front of it, but is it looking okay?
It's looking great. I'm just trying to do my best to follow what you're doing.
All right, thanks, hon. And again, I want to just sort of make sure that this little guy, well, stays in place. Maybe I should make sure I stay in place.
Eggnog, Heather? Were you into the eggnog, perhaps?
No, I wasn't into any eggnog, I promise. Might get into some after this, but anywho. All right. Now, the thing about the Ferrero Rochers is that they kind of slide down a bit. So I actually have found that if you tape them, fold them over and tape them like this, they...
Just going to go a little close up on that, Heather?
I'll do that in a second. I've got two of them to go in here. So we'll just go like that. And do another one. But thanks, Bill. If I miss anything, just let me know. I'm going to put that there. And let's put... Bill wants me to show you a close-up, so there you go.
Hold on a sec. All right.
So we want to just sort of push it up like this. Put the double-sided tape there, and that way we don't have any falling Ferraros. Let's put this guy here. All right, now we have the shortbread cookies. So where are we going to put the shortbread cookies? I'm going to have to place them maybe around like that. And as I can see here, I need something else. So let's go with the truffles here. A little bit of tape on the bottom. Let's put the truffles right there. And you notice this isn't really taking me a lot of time either. Sometimes we look at these baskets and we go, oh, they must have spent hours. And once you know what you're doing, it doesn't take a long time at all. I'll just do a little bit of setting those in place. Now, you might be saying to yourself, wow, $50 to make that basket? I think I can buy that for like $50 in the store. Do yourself a favor, take a really good look at the quality of the products. This is a gift that you're giving to somebody, and I learned this from experience. This is why I make my own. Look at the products they have. You probably can't even see the best before dates on them. You know, look at the plastic, the cello. Is it all mushed up because it's been traveling all over the place? Is the bow all like, and if that's the case, you're going to present this to somebody. It's going to look fresh and beautiful, and it's going to have the wow factor. So I just thought I'd say that. And I'm not selling you these baskets. I just want to show you something that you can do that I know people will love to get. And, you know, we can all do the gift card thing, and we can do, I don't know, just a box of chocolates. Of course, you'll always bring a bottle of wine. Even with this, we always bring a bottle of wine. But it's just to do something that you made, I just think is so special. So that's just me. There we go. And there, we did. I put that in. Oh, I put that guy in backwards. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, make sure you do them right side up. All right, there we go. That makes more sense. Thought there was something wrong there. All right, so how's it looking, Bill?
Tasty.
Now, I've never created a gift basket in this tin before, and looking at it, I'm just finding it's a little bit barren. It needs a bit more, so I'm going to use those pretzels. And hey, a mixture of sweet and salty in a basket is fantastic. So I am going to just add a little bit of life, and these are fairly inexpensive as well. Just add a little bit of life by, what do you say? What do you say, Bill?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
It just adds that little bit of fullness, don't you find, Bill?
Oh yeah, really, let me just come in on that. It just really completes it.
Yeah, and I'm just going to put those in place. Put those in place here. And yeah, you got to have a mixture of sweet and salty. There's one little thing that I want to do too. Do you see this spot here that's just kind of plain and boring? Well, we can't have that. I'm taking a Ferrero Rocher, just normally. I'm putting a little bit of tape on the back here. And I'm just, what do you think? Ta-da! Now it's time to put in the crinkle paper. So let's add a little bit of this crinkle paper. I chose white. You could get green or red or pink or whatever you want to get. Usually what I do, let me see if I can show you here, I just kind of stuff it in like this and let it kind of hang over the edge a little bit. I can always go and, it's kind of hard to do this way, but I can always go later and cut some of the ends off if I'm feeling they're a little bit long. Now, on the back of it, we got all this. Remember what we did back there? We got all this showing. So in order to make sure that it stays in place, especially when I start putting the cello on, again, a little bit of tape. And you might be thinking that's a lot of tape you're using, but again, all the crinkle paper goes out with this, so it works, it works. I'm just going to put this back because people will be looking at the back of it as well. And we want them to see it's very nice and finished off. Don't worry about the bamboo sticks there. We'll keep them guessing about the bamboo sticks. But even on the sides here, you can see we need some more in the sides. Just give it a good 360 look around it and make sure that it looks really, really good. Okay, time for celloing, and again, I have a cello bag, but if you were using the roll, you just pull the roll around like this, cut it so that you have the two ends like that, and you know, just tie it up. So it's just wrapped around and put like this, and then I'll show you how we do the rest of it. So, using a bag here. And what I'm going to do is, this is another reason why everything is really put together, because we do not want it all to fall down. Don't worry, I'll get this. Just keep on going here. So what I like to do is just kind of slide it all in, and then we'll adjust it at the end here. Watching out for my little decoration, of course. Get this out of the way. We're live on video. All right, so there we go. We've got that like that, but we don't want to have it this way. We want to have it this way. Now this is a super big basket, so you might not be struggling as much as I am when you are working. And sometimes, although I do like the bags, sometimes just using the cello rolls are easy as well. Of course, really doing it the right way because I'm facing a camera, but we're getting there, we're getting there. When I start to see this, I know I'm getting there. Alrighty. Okay. Now, if you have used the cello paper, you're going to have open ends here. And I want to do something as well. I'm just going to wrap this like I do really a Christmas present, okay? So I'm going to fold it. I'm going to take it over a table maybe. There we go. Let me show you over this table here. Just take it over, wrap it like that, and then take your tape and put it underneath. All right? Put this over, put it down there, put it like that. And wrap it underneath. All right. Can you still see it? I'm going to gather this all up, push it towards the back, making sure that my little flower still looks good. You want to leave a little bit of air in there. That's okay. And we're going to take that curling ribbon now, cut off the curling ribbon because we've got to secure this. So here we go. Now let me teach you how to make a handmade bow. And yes, we saw in the stories you could make them already pre-made, but if you want to really go the extra mile, let me show you how to make a bow in like no time. Just take the ribbon. I decided a nice pretty gold for this would work. And this is all I do. I just go like that. Hopefully Bill's getting a bit of a close-up of this. Like that. Another little fold there. Now I'm going to cut. Does everybody get that? Fold over and under. Might have to play this back a few times. And pull. And now, what about that curling ribbon? I just put the curling ribbon in the back, put it through like this. All right, and now I'm going to pull even tighter and fluff it all out. Now I have a beautiful bow. That. And on the back, I'm just going to tie a little knot here. Put it on the basket. Tie it in a knot in the back. And you want to make sure this is really tight in the back. You don't want a floppy bow. Alrighty now. Now, let's just sort of, usually I'm standing in front of it. Now I'm trying to do this on the side, so I hope this is looking okay. Is it looking okay, Bill, do you think?
I like it.
Alright. And then these little tufts here, we're just going to go a little diagonal there. And a little diagonal there, kind of like that. Fluff it all up. And on the back, because this is curling ribbon, we can do a curl. Real simple to do curls on these three pieces here. Looks very, very pretty. And let's just say that we have a Christmas card for somebody and we wanted to attach that. Well, we could always attach that with a little bit of tape on the back so that they know who it's from and everything else. And we got that going on. So let me ask you a question. If you're walking into somebody's party or something like that, do you think that this would be a nice wow factor gift to give them? And wait till they find out you made it yourself. Well, maybe you don't even have to tell them. Keep them guessing and just feel in your heart that you did a good thing here.
And this channel is all about helping you on your aging journey with inspirational messages, healthy living ideas, and even DIY projects like what you just saw. So if these kind of videos, they resonate with you, I'd love for you to subscribe. There's a button down there somewhere. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so you know when my videos are out. And thanks so much for all of you who are here every single week and joining me and sometimes Bill. It's our mission to really help you to make the rest of your life the best of your life through hope and happiness and of course health. So until we meet again, stay inspired and stay empowered. And I'm going to see you next week.